Okay, so I feel like this is definitely a weird angle. Also, I've been wearing these clothes for like 2 days because we're moving. I wasn't going to do a video before we moved, but I realized I need to touch on the fact that it's been a month since I started my Redbubble account, my laptop. We are going to look at how much Redbubble has paid me in the past month, my first month on Redbubble, kind of like what I've done and how I've achieved that. It's not a huge outrageous number, but it's extra money just to have, and I like doing art, so it was fun for me. So getting into it. My first upload ever was on July 2nd. The first thing I uploaded was like an Ohio shape with like a sunflower in it, and it hasn't sold at all. Little fun fact. I now have more than this, but up until the information I give you guys is going to be up until August 2nd, so one full month. So as of August 2nd, I had uploaded 136 designs. Some of those are simple, some a little more elaborate, but for the most part, they're all very simple and easy designs that take basically no time at all to create, and some of them I already had created because I like art. So anyway, and the amount of money that I made in the first month is $45.51. So is that going to pay the bills? No. As I was saying, it's a little extra money and it's fun, it's free to do. And I think that it's very possible to increase that number. So here's what I've kind of done. Since then, I've also accumulated 23 followers, which isn't a lot, 199 likes on the product. Up till now, I actually have sold 46. So in the past couple of days, I sold 2 items and they were stickers. So everything I have sold, almost every single item was a sticker. Up until August 2nd, I had sold 43 stickers and 1 face mask. Now, I was looking at some of the other people on YouTube who have Redbubble accounts, and a lot of them have been selling a lot of face masks. So I think I might start shifting to kind of putting designs directly on a face mask that might look best and see if those sell, because it seems that it's actually selling a lot. When I first started a month ago, they were doing the face masks already, but I didn't think that many people would be buying them. It turns out people do. But at the same time, what I have going is working for me. You're just obviously not going to make as much money off of a sticker as you would a face mask. So also, that being said, I have sold 44 items for $45.51. That's not a lot of money per item. Well, when I first started the account, for the first week or two, I had just the base markups. I don't even know what it was. I was getting like less than $1 per set per product sold. But then I went ahead and increased the markups because everybody does. And I do suggest not going like all the way up to like 200% right away, but you could do a decent little markup to just kind of match what other people are doing. And then once your designs are really, really good or they're selling really well, then you might want to mark them up a little bit higher. But I have marked them up since for the past couple weeks they've been marked up, and so the second half of those sales were actually bringing in the bulk of the money. Oh, and also some of the designs that I've put up are variations of the same design, so it's very easy, like in Ohio where I can put schools on it or just different designs, that type of thing, because what you want to do is you want to attract as many people as possible, kind of. You're going to get a lot of different strategies on this, you know, whether you want a certain niche or whether you're just going to have things all over the place. Generally, yes, you do want a niche of some sort, but I want, if someone comes to my page looking for an Ohio sticker and I only have a pink one up, I'm probably less likely to sell it than if I had like yellow, blue, green. That way it's matching more, it's gonna attract more people. You're gonna have options for people so that maybe that person's not a pink girl, or maybe the guy doesn't want a pink sticker but he likes the design, then you'll have more options available. So that's something that I have been doing. As far as promoting products, Redbubble does a little bit of promoting on its own, but you kind of have to get in with the algorithm. The more they sell, the more they're gonna show up at the top of the list. And that being said, it's hard to get your design seen if it's something that's just completely lost in a sea of millions of other same designs or similar designs. So I've just been kind of like posting it on Twitter, Facebook, social media every now and then, not a lot. Typically will put like a design that I think some people who I am friends with or who follow me would be interested in, and those are the products that I'm gonna share online. That way they can attract. So another big thing, this is huge with mine, I reached out to a friend who owns a bar that my boyfriend worked at and family friends, and I worked there for a while, and I asked if I could make a sticker with like their logo, and I shared that on Twitter, and then the bar owner shared it, and so therefore that is my number one selling product. And it's not like a ton of them, so it's not like it's impossible to still make money in your first month. It's just that did help me out. Take some screen recordings to kind of show you some of the products that I've sold the most and stuff like that. But that obviously is something that was a big bulk of my sales, and so if I didn't have that, and I maybe would not have made as much. But also, you know, you can kind of attract other people. So if you're going to a certain college maybe and your friends would want a sticker, maybe your friends will buy them. So I do think that it's important to promote it on your own sites, because you never know who's gonna see it. You're gonna get more traffic. And then if you can get a couple sales on that sticker, it's gonna start boosting it up in the regular Redbubble searches. So people are gonna see it, or more likely to see it. Another thing I did do is I actually, I did set up Google Analytics, but I don't use it a lot because I'm trying to understand it in a way that will benefit me to kind of like improve. So it is set up to my account, but I don't really utilize it yet, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go to my sales history, sales, earnings. Yeah, so it'll say, so this is like a little bit different because it's August 6th to August 4th. This is like a full year, so the numbers, what you see here isn't exactly accurate because it takes time with processing orders, and so the money, there may be a couple items that haven't processed yet, and that's why they're not technically included in the full amount that I mentioned. So these are the products that I sold most of. As you can see, it'll tell you here like how many you sold and the total amount that it was. So as you can see, like this is probably, the majority of these sold were probably before I increased the margin to like the profit margin. So that's probably why the total is very low compared to the amount of items sold. And especially for this one, like that's extremely, extremely low, but also means that that person purchased a lot more items and got a discount from Redbubble as well. And yeah. And this one's actually kind of interesting because I had this artwork that I made a while ago of myself wake surfing, and I like cut out just the person and the board and I put it up there. But then I decided like a couple weeks later, or maybe it was like a week later, to put different hair colors on the girl. And it's funny because like this blonde one sold, and as you can see here, one sold for $2.41. That's how much I made off of that. So that's after I increased the margins. And yeah, so that's pretty interesting how that works. And like there's the one of me. And then this will also show you like where your visitors are coming from for each month. This is my shop here, and as you can see, I have the featured collection is Ohio, so that's what people are going to see first, but you can go into the other collections to kind of find specific products and stuff like that. It's funny too because a lot of the items that I personally would buy that I made haven't sold that much. There's a couple that have, but I think that's important to note, and the reason is because I've seen a lot of other people talking about Redbubble on YouTube and you know their stores there, and a lot of them say, and I don't disagree with this, but a lot of them say, you know, stick to the stuff you like, because if you make things you like, you're gonna enjoy making it, and then the people who find it are more likely to like all of your stuff because they might have similar interests to you, and I 100% do agree with that. But don't be afraid to like step out within your niche and just kind of draw something or make something that you probably wouldn't buy, because other people still might buy it. Just because you're not interested in it doesn't mean other people aren't. Yeah, I'll explain a little bit about like tags and stuff. So it is important to do a good amount of tags and have kind of specific tags. One thing that I have done a couple times is before making a product, like if I had an idea about making a design, I would go back in Redbubble's search engine and look up potential tags I could use to see what tags don't have a ton of results already. That way I know to include those in my tags. You could definitely still use the ones that are popular, but if you use those, then you can maybe attract more people that way. So I do think that's useful as well. And there's a lot of other ways you can go with tags. Some people use generators to find out the best possible ones. There are like active analytics on what's being searched on Redbubble. You could totally look into that. I have not gone so far to actually use that yet. I've briefly looked at it, but I'm just like, I'm gonna do what I'm doing first and then maybe I'll incorporate that. But people have been very successful with that, so I do recommend you looking it up. Okay, I also wanted to like jump in here really quick and mention something else. So one other thing that I did shortly after I started my Redbubble account was I joined a Facebook group, and I thought that it was going to be a good way to kind of find other people with similar interests as mine in posts and, you know, designs. But really what it ended up being was more of like a like for like, follow for follow thing. And so I remember like I first joined it and I put up my Redbubble profile on the Facebook page and got a lot of like likes and stuff. So that's kind of why I mentioned it in the beginning of this video, not really being important. But I wish I didn't even join that, because I mean, and that was the extent of it. I was like, oh, once I realized what it was, I didn't go back to it. That's not going to help you really, because it's not like in an organic way. And then you're going to be confused by all the likes you have and why you're not kind of getting sales based off of that. So I just wouldn't really recommend. Maybe if they have a page that kind of is against the follow for follow, like for like thing, then it might be a little more helpful. Definitely join some Facebook groups that kind of give you tips and insights on building your shop and on improving your store. That would be helpful. But the like for like stuff just really once again, I didn't really know what I was going into. So that's what happened. I want to try to find more ideas within my niche and stuff like that. But I just thought I would give a little update about, like, it has been 1 full month and I've made $45.51, and I'm actually pretty happy with that because I didn't expect it to be that much. And most of them are people I know. But like I said, it's getting more exposure that way. With people who I know buy my products, I've definitely had people who I don't know buy them just because it moved my product up in the search for the results of the products. I'm saying products a lot. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I know it's super short. If you guys have any other questions about Redbubble and opening a store on Redbubble, just put them down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you for watching.